What's up, Seahorse Army? Welcome back. I have another mail opening for you. And, ooh, actually, I just realized I didn't cross off the addresses. So hold on, we need privacy up in here. So, I just went to my mailbox. I have 3 new packages. I'm going to open 2 of them in this video. So these are the packages that I'm opening today. This one is from Sean, and this one is from Mallory. So Mallory and Sean, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I just realized I didn't cut the tape. Recently, with these mail opening videos, I've been really good about like pre-opening these, so that way I don't have to do it on camera, and it just saves me a little bit of time. So that way you don't have to wait for me to do exactly what I'm doing right now, but that's okay. But anyway, so, okay, there's that. And then let me just pre-cut this one so it's ready to go. All right, there we go. Oh, and there's another label in here, and oh, it's got an address on it. So I gotta be careful. Actually, let me cross this off here. There we go. I don't know if this label in here I didn't pay attention if it was Sean's information or not, but just for privacy's sake, I went ahead and crossed that off as well. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and start with Sean's package. Obviously, I'm digging into it already. But anyway, hi, how are you today? I know I just kind of jumped right into this one. I tend to have really long intros. Like, I notice when I'm filming, or not filming, I notice when I'm editing that I talk a lot at the beginning, so I need to just start jumping right into this so you don't have to wait that long. So I've got a bunch of tissue paper here. Oh, cute! Oh, that's right, that's right. Okay, so I remember this. So Sean actually messaged me on Instagram. Was it Instagram? Anyway, he messaged me somewhere and asked me if I would be interested in this stuff. And I said yes, so I'm actually really excited. So this is a Pokemon box. So let me take this down here. All right, so the first thing in here is a plushie. It is Poliwhirl, and this looks like a vintage one. Is this from the 90s? Or maybe 96, 95, 96, 98. Why does it have 3 dates on here? Anyway, but yeah, this is a vintage 90s plushie. I love this. So even though Poliwhirl is not one of my favorite Pokemon, I know I said I don't collect plushies except for some Pokemon, and when the Pokemon are like out of my favorite Pokemon, those are the ones that I actually collect. This is like a Beanie Baby. This I don't count as a plushie. This is something I do like, especially since it's from the 90s. Like I'm not really interested in the more modern ones necessarily, unless if it, like I said, unless if it happens to be like a Dratini or Horsey or Swablu or one of my favorites, you know. But some of these, like the plushies from the 90s that are like Beanie Babies, where I don't know if you can hear that, but it's got like the beans in it, you know. They're like Beanie Babies, basically. I do like these, and I wouldn't mind having a small collection of these specifically from the 90s. So, but yeah, here's the tag. It's the original tag from the 90s. I guess they were made by Hasbro. These are really cool. I did have one when I was younger. I had a Jigglypuff. Wait, I think I had more than one. I had a Jigglypuff, and I had another one, but now I can't remember what the other one was. I don't think it was Pikachu, and it was not Poliwhirl. But I love this. I don't know, because this is from the 90s, this very much brings me back to my childhood. There's a lot of nostalgia here. Hold on, this opens up. Oh, okay, so it just has like information on the inside. It says gotta catch 'em all. It tells you the Pokemon number and that it is Poliwhirl. That's the thing, is Poliwhirl and Poliwrath look very similar. It's just Poliwrath looks angry. But yeah, so, oh my gosh, this is awesome. Thank you. And there is definitely more Pokemon in here. So it looks like we have a bag of Pokemon. And I think that was it. Yeah, that was it. So I'm gonna bring that down. I'm just gonna open this bag and start bringing things out. Here we go. Okay, so we have a Sylveon, which is great. Now, I am a huge Eevee fan. I mean, I know most people are. Eevee is a fan favorite, I know. And I like I love the Eeveelutions. One of my favorite Pokemon, not just my favorite Eeveelution, but like one of my favorite Pokemon altogether is Leafeon. So I love Leafeon. So I have this, and now I have Sylveon in the same, well, same-ish scale. They're Sylveon's a little smaller. Maybe that's intentional. Maybe that's on purpose. I don't know. But anyway, so now I have a Leafeon, but now I also have a Sylveon. I have to admit that Sylveon is probably my least favorite evolution, and that's probably just because I've never used a Sylveon in any of the games. I don't know if I've played any of the games that had Sylveon, because I don't remember what generation Sylveon came out, and if the last games that I played, if Sylveon was an option to get. I don't remember. But I've never used Sylveon before, and the thing is, I like the evolutions because they all look like chihuahuas. I don't know. I really like that. But this is the only one that has, like, naturally has, like, bows and, like, human stuff. You know, I like the other ones because they just look like animals. This one looked like she's wearing bows and everything, and I wasn't a huge fan. But I think Sylveon is definitely growing on me. Sylveon is really cute, and I think if I ever get a Sylveon in one of the video games and use it, then I'd probably fall in love with it. But yeah, so I've got a Sylveon, and that's not to say I dislike this figure at all. I actually do really like this, and like I said, now I think Sylveon is starting to grow on me, partially because having this in my hand, I think it's really cute. Let's keep moving. Let's see here, we got a Pikachu. So this is a Pikachu. It's like, looks like a running, dashing. It's a little bit bigger than the scale that I normally collect for Pokemon, but that's okay. This is really cute. What does this say? Because it looks like it might be from like a Happy Meal toy or something. This is from 2012. Pokemon Nintendo, made for, oh, it is McDonald's. Made for McDonald's. China, TCB, China, yeah. So this is a McDonald's Happy Meal toy of Pikachu. This is the kind of Happy Meal toy I liked getting as a kid because this is a figure. It doesn't necessarily do anything. It probably came with like a little play set or something for it to go on because there's a little hole here in his hand and like right here. So I'm thinking that maybe there was like a little play set and you plug them on it and it would sit in like a little stand or something. But these are the kind I liked. Happy Meal toys that were little figures that I could play with them and make them run around and stuff like that. So I like that. Now it looks like the rest of these are the type of Pokemon figures that I personally do collect. So I'm really excited because there's some that I do not have in here. I'm going to try and start with the ones that I already have. Character-wise, they look different than the ones that I have. So they're a variant, but I do have these characters. So here is Squirtle. Now, I do have a Squirtle. This is the Squirtle that I have. So the one that I have is like sitting down and is winking, but this Squirtle is pearlescent, first of all. So see how it looks shiny? But also it's standing up and it's more like, yeah, like, I don't know, whatever, ready to battle. So it's a different pose. So I don't mind having another Squirtle. So this is super cute. And does this have a date on it? Because this looks older. No, this is newer. This is 2021. What is this one? This one, it just says Pokemon made in China. There is no date on this one. So I don't know how old the winking one is, but this one is actually a newer one. This is from 2021. So not a vintage one, but that is okay. I prefer the vintage ones, but I still like the newer ones when it comes to these. There is a Bulbasaur. Now I do have a Bulbasaur. It is not on my desk. I don't know where it is. Oh, don't look back there. No, I have a I do have a Bulbasaur. It is in a bag somewhere because it was on my desk at work, and when they let everybody go and I took all my stuff home, I put my stuff from my desk in a bag and I haven't gone through it. So that's where that is. But I do have a Bulbasaur, not this one though. This one he's doing Vine Whip, which I think is really cool. Love that. I love that it's a slight variation on Bulbasaur. Oh, speaking of which, here's another Bulbasaur. Oh, this one's pretty. So this one, I bet you this one and the Squirtle probably came from one of the advent calendars, like one of the Christmas advent calendars, because I have gotten a Pokemon advent calendar in the past, and the ones that come in there are like shiny, pearlescent, and these are all shiny. They're all like pearlescent, not shiny. There are shiny Pokemon, but the shiny Pokemon are usually just different colors. This is like literally shiny, like the toy figure has a gloss on it, or like a opalescent sheen that makes them look all colorful and whatever. But this is super cute, and he looks like You know what he looks like? He looks like he just had a good meal and drank a really satisfying cup of hot chocolate and is like kind of sleepy. That's what he looks like to me. But I really like this one. So Bulbasaur was my favorite starter. Always was. I was a huge Bulbasaur fan. I know a lot of people really like Charmander because they like Charizard. I always liked Bulbasaur partially because of the cartoon. But I don't know. I've always been a grass type fan. Not for every generation, but usually I am. And I just really like Bulbasaur for some reason. Like, not even for Venusaur, just Bulbasaur himself. So, and he's wearing a little hat. He's wearing like a little wintertime, like Christmas, like Santa hat, kind of. Or not Santa hat, but like an elf hat or whatever you want to call it. So that's why I think this came from a advent calendar. All right, so moving on. Oh, there, let's see here. So here's another Squirtle. So is this a duplicate? This is a duplicate, but it is a variant. So this is the one I just showed you. This is the pearlescent one. This is the same one, but this one is not pearlescent. So this one, also 2021. Okay, so I don't know what I was expecting there. But anyway, so these are the same. So this is the first one I pulled out, and see how it looks a little more shiny? This one's more matte. So this one probably came from the advent calendar. This one probably was like a single release or came with a different set or something. But now I've got twins. And, oh, here's another one. Okay, so this is another Squirtle. This is a Squirtle that I did have at one point, but I gave it to one of my friends when I left the last place. When I was gathering up all my stuff, I took a couple of my figures and I gave them to some of my friends as like little mementos, like for the people that were staying. So it was like, you know, my way of saying goodbye. Here's a little gift, you know. And Squirtle was one of them. So, but it was Squirtle in, I believe, in this stance. Like he's more in a battle ready stance, I think. I could be wrong about that, but this is also 2021. But yeah, super cute. So that's another Squirtle. And that is it for the Squirtles and Bulbasaurs. Now, the rest of these are... Oh, I do have this one. Okay, so let me show you this one really quick. So, I don't know the name of this Pokemon, but I think I do have a... a figure already of this character because it was in the advent calendar. But yeah, so it's this one. It's supposed to be like a little dessert themed Pokemon. I don't know the name, unfortunately. I'm so sorry. I'm not familiar. It's one of the newer ones that came out in maybe like Pokemon Black and White, or was it Sword and Shield? I don't know. Either way, it's a newer generation Pokemon, so I'm not too familiar. So I do have one of those already. And I think it might be in the same pose and everything. And, of course, there are some Pikachu in here. So it looks like we've got two Pikachu, and they are both in the same pose. Ah, I dropped one. Here we go. So, two Pikachu in the same pose. Unfortunately, this one is missing a tail, but this one is not. So, I do have one that has its tail, and I don't believe... I do have a handful of different Pikachus. I don't think I have this one. I might... Actually, now that I'm looking at it, I might. No, I don't remember. I'm sorry. I'd have to check. Like I said, it was on my desk at work, so it's in that same bag. So I might have this pose already. I don't know. But I for some reason, I think I don't. So now I do. I have two. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this one. I'm going to have to see if I can maybe make another tail or something. I might give it to one of my nephews or niece if they want to play with a Pikachu. But yeah, so I've got two little Pikachus in this bag. Stand up. Stand up. There we go. All right. Now, moving on. Yeah, I don't have any of these. So the rest of these are all new to me, new to my collection. So I've got Meowth here, and I've got two of them. Yep, they are two, and they're the same Meowth. And once again, I think these might be from the advent calendars because they are both shiny or, you know, iridescent, opalescent. But yeah, so two Meowths with little Christmas hats on, holding some kind of item, maybe a little dessert pastry or something. I'm not completely sure, but it is really cute. I do like Meowth because of the cartoon. on Team Rocket. But yeah, so I've got 2 of these. Now, when it comes to the Pokemon figures, I don't mind having more than one of the same character when it's like this. When you've got 2 that are in like different poses, that it's kind of like having pony poses. But when it comes to stuff like this, when I have 2 of the exact same one, I only need 1 in my collection. So I'll probably keep whichever one has a better paint job or whatever, and then the other one I'll go ahead and either donate or most likely I'll give it to my nephew so he can play with it. So yeah, that's most likely what's gonna happen. Let's see here, there's a few more. Oh, here we go. So this is another starter. Oh no, this one looks like he might have been chewed on a little bit by a pet, because he's got some chew marks on him, or something happened. But anyway, so this is the fire starter from which generation was it? I don't even remember the name of this Pokemon. Hold on. Scorbunny. That's his name, is Scorbunny, like Scorch, because he's a fire type. But anyway, Scorbunny. So anyway, so I don't remember which generation this was from. I definitely did not pick this starter. Actually, this might have been from one of the games that I haven't played yet, because there was a couple generations or a couple of the Pokemon games that I did not play or did not have a chance to play or have not played yet. But anyway, here, you're gonna stand up. Oh, he's gonna lean over, so you could go ahead and lean up against Pikachu there. All right, so this is Rowlet, I think, Rowlet? Yeah, Rowlet, I guess. I don't know how to actually pronounce it, but he is the grass starter, the grass type starter. So I actually like this one. This was from the generation that I did not play, I think. No, I did play this one. I'm sorry, because I started with the seal. I started with Poplio, because I wanted the mermaid. So that was one of the generations I did not start with the grass starter, but I do like what this evolves into. He kind of looks like a Robin Hood character, like a Robin Hood owl thing. It's interesting. I like it. But anyway, so that is Rowlet. Then the last figure, this is not the last figure, but the last figure that's in this scale is a Vulpix, and I do not have a traditional Vulpix. I have an Alolan Vulpix, which is the ice type variant of this exact Pokemon, so it's basically this one, but white and blue instead of orange and red. But yeah, this is the fire version. This is the original version of Vulpix. I love Vulpix mainly because of the cartoon. You know, the Vulpix that Brock gets was like super cute. I love Vulpix. So that's exciting, the fact that it's a new character for me that I don't have. So I'm gonna go ahead, actually let me set it right here since it's not gonna be blocking. So now there are 2 smaller figures. These are not the scale that I normally collect, but I'm going to be putting these in my D&D box with all my D&D minis because they're the perfect size for it. These are weird. I don't even know if these are official or not. They might be, but like their colors they're just gray with like small red details painted. But anyway, so we've got Machamp. So this is a Machamp. I don't have a Machamp figure at all. Of any kind, and normally he'd be like much bigger than all of these, but I think they still make this in this scale as well. But anyway, yeah, it's much smaller. So like, for example, here's the Squirtle next to it, so you can see the size difference. It's much smaller. So I don't collect these ones, but like I said, I'm gonna put this in my D&D box, and it could just take the place, be a placeholder for like a monster or something when we're playing D&D. So there's that one. And then this one is pretty cool. This is Scyther. I actually really like Scyther, and I think Scyther was one of my brother's favorite Pokemon. I don't remember exactly what his favorite Pokemon was, but I know Scyther was definitely one of them, if not his number one. But yeah, Scyther is really, really cool, but he's supposed to be green, and this little figure's all gray with just some red portions painted on it. So I'm not sure what these are from. This is different. These are figures I've not seen before. But that was it. These are the Pokemon that I got from Sean. Thank you so much, Sean. These are really, really cool. I do, like I said, I love these figures. I love this scale, and I do actually really like the Beanie Baby Pokemon from the 90s. So I wouldn't mind getting more if I happen to find them, like if I come across them at the flea market or something, I'd probably pick them up. But yeah, so those are the Pokemon. I am going to take these down because I still, actually, how long have we been recording? 20? I think what I'm gonna do, actually, because we're at like 20 minutes now of recording, I am going to end this video here. I think this is just gonna be a Pokemon video. I know it's different than my normal videos, but I had fun, and there was a lot more than I thought was in here, and I think this is enough for a full video, being around the 20-minute mark. Plus, this box is so much bigger. I don't know what's in here, so I feel like this is gonna be a longer, I don't want the video to be too terribly long, so I'm gonna go ahead and end this one here. But thank you so much, Sean. I had a lot of fun going through, oh my gosh, they're like dominoes now, I'm knocking them all over. But I had a lot of fun going through all of these. I'm so excited to have some new characters, as well as some new poses for characters I already have. Yeah, I really appreciate you thinking of me and sending me these Pokemon. Like I said, Sean did message me beforehand and asked me if I wanted them, and I said yes. But I'm gonna get going for right now. I do want to hear from all of you. Let me know in the comment section what you thought of these, which of these figures is your favorite. Also, what is your favorite Pokemon? Let me know down in the comment section. Of course, as always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun YouTube stuff. Check out my channel membership. I have some member exclusive videos and other perks, all starting at just 99 cents. So if you wanted to help support my channel a little bit more than just the typical hitting like and commenting, you can join, and that will help out my channel in the financial sense. No pressure, obviously, but if that's something you're interested in checking out, you can hit the join button for more details. Can you tell I'm doing this on the fly? I'm just like stumbling over all of my words. But anyway, okay, I gotta go. Thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see this video, or if you want to see what's in this box. That's coming up next. So if you want to see what I got in that one, then make sure to check out the next video. All right, everybody, thanks again for watching. Bye. If you like this video, you can let me know by hitting thumbs up. You can check out some of my other videos by clicking one of the links on the screen. I post new videos every week, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified every time I upload. Thanks so much for watching. See you in the next video.